Yeah, and then I told her, not today, sweetheart. I am too lean for you.
I get it.
Yeah, well, I think we all do, but you know, oh, hey guys and girls. Listen, if you're watching this right now, I know what you're probably thinking. Jacob, you look good as and I can't help but agree with you. I've been spending the majority of my life the past month cutting. How do I cut, you might ask? Well, if you've only been in this store maybe once in your life, you've probably heard the words calories come out of your mouth. As a matter of fact, I think I dedicate one video every single month to talking about something to do with calories. And today, it's your lucky day. Today, we're going to talk about the app that has probably left my mouth 500,000 times in the past few years. It's called MyFitnessPal. But not just anything about MyFitnessPal. I'm going to teach you guys exactly how to track. So let's go. So if you want to know how to track, first of all, you need to know what tool you're going to be using to track, right? Well, that tool is called MyFitnessPal. And what we're going to do is, well, it's pretty self-explanatory. We're going to go to the App Store here, and we're going to just handy-dandily look up MyFitnessPal. If you don't know how to do this, or if you're not able to comprehend this, you probably should not be watching this on Instagram right now. Like, how are you even doing that? We're going to download MyFitnessPal and just wait. I'm probably just going to speed ramp all of this. Oh, wow. It's done. We're back. And guess what's also back on my phone? MyFitnessPal. I deleted it and reinstalled it for the purposes of this video. You're welcome. So, also what does not require a brain is to open said MyFitnessPal app. And we're going to go and make an account. Now, I'm not going to run you through that process because if you're watching this on your smartphone right now, you ought to know how to open an app and create an account for something. It's going to run you through a series of questions. You're going to answer them to the best of your ability, but none of that matters because when it's all said and done, we're going to ask you to refer back to this video right here. In this episode, we're not going to go over any specifics as to what your macronutrients should be. What we're going to go over is a very simple way to get a good estimate as to what you should be doing for your personal needs. So now we have the dashboard of MyFitnessPal. Isn't it pretty? Filled with ads, filled with calls to action to buy more. You don't need it, but we do need the app for tracking purposes. It is the largest food database in the world. So you know those questions that we were talking about earlier? It's going to give you a certain amount of calories listed right here on your dashboard. Avoid those, right? I want you guys to go down here to more. I want you to go to goals. And under calorie, carb, protein, and fat goals, we're going to set everything to 0. 0? Is Jacob telling you cannot eat anything? Quite the contrary. What this means is that everything across the board will be zeroed out and you're going to be measuring your intake based on a negative value. Why is this so important? Well, because when we go to actually start talking about our macronutrients, guys, we look at our nutrition values. It will give you at a baseline certain numbers to try to achieve. If the percentage is 40% protein and you really need a little less than 40% protein based on this video, we should probably find out how much protein we need first, okay? You are going to be more psychologically inclined to reach that number. So let's just set everything to 0 and hit the numbers that you determined in that video. So next up, how to track. Come with me really quick. Let's take an adventure into the snackatorium of TNS with, of course, our MyFitnessPal app opened. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go to our diary. Got it? And I've already logged some stuff for today, so we're gonna go to tomorrow. And let's say that I'm craving this Quest cookie, and in all reality, I am. We're gonna go to add 1 to meal 1. And the awesome thing about MyFitnessPal is that it allows to scan literally anything. Find the barcode, scan it, track it, bada bing, bada boom, bada bang. All right, so this raises an even more important question. How do I track food that I make myself? Because a lot of times you can't scan in items that you just buy from the grocery store and you have to cook yourself. Well, that gets a little bit more complicated. More often than not, what we see people do is at the end of the day, they wait to track all their stuff on MyFitnessPal and hit their calorie and macronutrient numbers. And they literally just look up hamburger, if they had a hamburger. But let's take a moment to think about all the components that go into a hamburger. You've got bread, you've got lettuce, you've got cheese, you've got meat. Sometimes you've got more, and then you've got more bread. You can't just look up a hamburger and expect that value to be true based on what you consume. So it's gonna take some dissection. If I were you, I would start reading nutrition labels and getting very acquainted with specific amounts of the foods you're eating. That's gonna help you a lot more down the road when it comes to tracking your calorie intake, guys. Track as you go. Do not wait until the end of your day to try and remember every single thing that you put into your body. Why is that, you might ask? Well, your mind is lying to you. There are certain things that you're eating and you do not realize that you're eating them 8 to 10 hours later when you go to track them in your diet. You could be over consuming, and that might be the reason why you're not losing or gaining weight. But you're saying to yourself, oh, that just requires so much effort and I can't remember to. Well, okay, that's fine and dandy, but if you really want results, you'll be willing to do those little steps necessary to achieve said results. And a lot of you guys want a meal plan, but do you really? Do you want to follow set foods, set structures, set guidelines that somebody else has laid out for you, only to quit them in 3 or 4 months because you're sick of eating the same food? No, this is called flexible dieting. This is how you learn to teach yourself how to eat. Is it more work than creating a meal plan or following a meal plan? Not necessarily. I think it's a different kind of work, and I think it requires that you become more self-aware with what you're putting in your body and how much. Guys, this has been a blissful food for thought. Hopefully it helps, and as always, come by and ask us if you have any questions whatsoever about how to track your macros.